Yo, Joe!
Hello everybody and welcome to another figure review. Today we have Tunnel Rat, and this is not mine, this is my brother's, but Amazon has not shipped mine yet, and it's been on order for a while now. And yeah, so no updates of when they're gonna ship, hopefully sometime next week. But yeah, here we have Tunnel Rat. We have that new boxing that we're used to at this point. We have Tunnel Rat in a tunnel, and then we have a reference to, I know this reference, it's from the movie, and Beachhead is training the new Joe recruits, and they have to ring the bell, and you know, Tunnel Rat and the rest kind of outsmart Beachhead, and Beachhead's just not having it.
You two rawhides will love this little training exercise. All you gotta do is get from here to there and ring that bell. But watch out for surprises.
Big deal. I got kicked out of kindergartens with tougher playgrounds than this.
Cut the macho, Tunnel Rat. Now do it!
So yeah, a fun little reference, and then you know, we like I said, he's in a tunnel. There's lights and like a railroad track going through. We have the nice portrait there, and fun fact, Tunnel Rat is based, or his appearance, you know, in terms of face, he's based on the original G.I. Joe comic writer, Larry Hama, and I think I can certainly see that likeness coming through this portrait. And then there we go with the G.I. Joe Classified Series, G.I. Joe Tunnel Rat, with the Joe star there. We have the portrait there again very much resembling Larry Hama. I'll put up a picture so you guys can compare. And then we have a zoom-in shot of the bag, I guess, and then of the patch here on his shoulder, his skills here at the bottom there, and then digital render with all the accessories he comes with, the blue barcode, or QR code I should say, and Tunnel Rat there in blue as well. So let's open this guy up as best as I can. Open this thing up and let it slide out. Again, the new figures are using these plastic things here, which I'm not a big fan of, just because you can't really get a good, you know, way of cutting these, at least with a scalpel or a knife. You definitely want to use some scissors to not damage the figure, but there we have the black and white portrait looking very cool. And then we have the footlocker with the Joe star in number 83 in the line, Tunnel Rat there, and then the handle up here. Open this up and throw that away. We have the wax paper. We open it up and all the goodies come out, and oh geez, I already saw that horrible LMG, but that does it. Great packaging, and we are also going to bring down our vintage Tunnel Rat. Here we have them, and let's go into accessories. We get a fair amount of accessories here with Tunnel Rat. Jeez. Okay, this is a bit softer plastic, so you know, once you put it on him, hopefully it just goes back to form. But this is just horrendous, Hasbro. I mean, come on, it's completely bent or warped, I should say, but despite it being absolutely destroyed, it is a very nice mold. We haven't seen this one. It's not the same as the Rock and Rolls. You do have the functioning bipod there, so that's nice. And then we have some different tones just to break up with the black, which I appreciate. And it very much resembles the vintage one. You know, we'll go into that more in depth when I do a classified versus vintage form. But yeah, very nice sculpt. And then you have the port there for the magazine, I guess you would call it, for an LMG. Here it is, with silver bullets this time. There's the peg there, so it's keyed, and that should port in rather weirdly, I guess, because it's extremely warped. Well, okay, there it goes. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to fix that up. But yeah, moving on, we have the pistol, which I love. I love, kind of revolver handguns, and this looks incredible. There's some nice texture going on in the handle there, and just overall nicely sculpted. Can't complain here, and it's not warped, so that's nice. And there's no porthole for any blast effects. That's unfortunate. You can port on the LMG, so that's a good fit there. And then we have two flashlights. We've seen these with Outback, but this time with some green kind of glittery paint in there, and as you can see, very reflective, kind of gives the illusion that they're on. But yeah, same old as Outback's flashlights, nothing too crazy, but a good homage to the vintage one. We have a new set of goggles here, which look very cool, very tactical, and yeah, night vision goggles for him when he's in the tunnels exploring and trying to find the cobras. And then we have the knife with a nice painted silver blade. Very cool. I don't think we've seen this knife, or have we? Actually, I think we have. This may have come first with the Snake Eyes and Timber, the first 2-pack, the Alpha Commando and Timber. But yeah, other than that, it looks fairly new to me. And then we have the TNT bag here. Very cool, as you can see there. Again, very warped, but it's softer plastic, so that's good. And then finally we have his humongous backpack here. 2 buckles there, and they're painted in. And yeah, a bunch of pouches, big old pouch over here, big old pouch over here. And then you see there where the flashlights will port in, so we'll do that right now. And you do want these to face this direction, towards his back. Because as he is going through the tunnels, he has the flashlights on the backpack, so they illuminate in front of him. So just to quickly demonstrate how that would look. There you go, yeah. So the flashlights illuminate this way, and he can now see through the tunnels. So very nice, design, or nicely designed character, I should say. But with that being said, let's look at his articulation. Alright, so in terms of articulation, you can see there's a lot of stuff going on with him, and we'll get into that later. But in terms of looking up, he can slightly look up, kind of bounces back. But yeah, he does have a lot of hair in the back here, so you won't be able to look up as much, but down, that's pretty good. He does have some good pivoting there. Arms go out about that much. And I'm just realizing how skinny this guy is and how small he is, as he should be. Tonnerat is a shorter character, much smaller. And then you do have butterfly joints, which don't really go forward, even though there's plenty of room to keep going forward and back. So definitely something some people can modify to increase that range. You do have your bicep swivel there. Double jointed arms, which move with no issue. His head is very kind of wobbly. I don't know if you guys can see that, but very wobbly head. I'm not sure why. And then we have a vertical hinge on this hand, so it goes up and down. You have a horizontal hinge on this one, so it goes side to side. And then you have your ab crunch, which isn't loose as fireflies, and then we go back pretty good. And then he does have the waist swivel, also not as loose. You do get some pivoting from that ball joint. You can kick up pretty good. You can kick back not so much. I mean, I never do side kicks, but there you go, side kick. And then you do have the upper thigh cut there. You have some nice double jointed knees as such. Now, for those of you who may have missed this piece of articulation here, you do have a kind of boot swivel. It's just very well hidden. And, you know, at first it may be a little bit stuck, but you do have articulation there for the boot. And then obviously you can slightly go up and then back. And if you really want to push it, you can go even further back, but you're stressing the plastic there so you can see it starting to widen out, but you can go a bit further back if you want to push it that much further back. But yeah, that being said, let's take a closer look here at Tunnel Rat. Again, the head is very wobbly. I'm not sure what's going on in here. Let's see if I can pull out his head. Very oddly shaped ball joint there, but you can see how this is supposed to move around there. But yeah, I'm not sure why it'd be wobbly. We'll put it back. It's still wobbly. I'm not sure how to feel about that, but the head sculpt looks phenomenal, looks amazing. Definitely doesn't look as white as the promo shots kind of made it out to be, because in those shots he looked extremely white. And my friend, You're a Casual Clone, check out his channel, but he pointed out to me, he was like, hey, he looks too white, you know, kind of pale, but he's not pale, okay? he definitely has some skin tone to him. But yeah, there's some nice kind of face paint going on. You have his handkerchief there, a holster for his revolver, a kind of grenade there, the GoPro on this side. You have his little patch there, detail, Tunnel Rat, little rat with a flashlight, a silver bullet bullet belt there, very cool. I'm not sure if it's the same as Rock and Roll's. It is not, because Rock and Roll's has the double bullet belt. But yeah, you have more paint there going around. And then some nice gloves there with the brown exposed fingers. Some nice kind of green and brown there at the wrist. Some more pouches here at the bottom. You have a sheath there for his knife. Silver belt buckle. New knee guards there. And then some nice boots here at the bottom. Brown boots. Sculpted nicely. But yeah. Then you have his do-rag, I think it's called. But yeah, I mean, I love how he looks. He is a great character. He's one of my favorites, so I was excited once he was announced for Classified. And definitely need this guy to display with, you know, not Sergeant Slaughter, but Beachhead, because Beachhead is the one that kind of trains them. But yeah, this guy looks amazing. In terms of storage, I already said we can put the revolver here very nicely. Now all this is going to shift, but so far, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I can get them into poses and, you know, pretty well. So far, all of these overlays aren't really bothering. They do shift a lot, but it's not a big deal breaker for me, at least not now. We have his knife, and that's gonna go here. Come on, go in, and there we go. Looking pretty good. We have his TNT satchel here, and you know, people say this usually tends to keep everything more in place, but it looks very good there. Some more added overlay pieces. The bobbling head really bothers me now. Okay, but We have the goggles. They should go on pretty well for the most part. That's sitting flush there. Goggles are on his eyes. That looks pretty cool. I mean, we haven't seen this kind of goggles, and we didn't get that with the vintage one either. So, and then to finally kind of make everything not shift as much, we put the backpack piece on, and it's very blocky as you can see there, but looks good. And then the LMG unfortunately is extremely warped, so it's gonna look a bit odd holding it. If he can hold it. His grip is kind of small for this gun. But there it goes. He can hold it just fine. And now, in terms of how heavy it is, let's see. It's already standing pretty well, so not having issues there. He is kind of doing the Michael Jackson right now. Let's see if I was to straighten out his legs a bit. You can stand pretty good. He is very, back heavy. He will fall back eventually, but he can stand, and that's what matters. And then I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of a side-by-side shot here of Tunnel Rat. Very cool. I really love this character. Something about him, I'm not sure why, but I just really enjoy his design and whatnot. But yeah, he's a very fun character. I think right now the only thing bothering me is this warped gun, obviously, but that loosey-goosey head there, very wobbly. It's just when I move it, I kind of hear it and feel it kind of moving around. But other than that, he is a phenomenal character and action figure. Alright, so my final thoughts on this guy is he looks amazing and he functions well as an action figure. All the little overlay pieces on him are gonna bother a lot of people, but to me so far they're not really bothering me too much. Mostly it's just that wobbly head, like I've mentioned many times throughout the video. But he's great looking, it's what I expected. The LMG is a shame that it's this warped, but I'll warp it back. And yeah, I mean, other than that, he is great. Couldn't ask for a different kind of figure. I mean, they could have executed this maybe a bit differently. The overlays maybe made the holster a bit more tighter so that it doesn't move as much, when it's there. You can always remove a handkerchief or the gun belt. You can always remove pieces and configure the action figure to your liking. But to me, it's fine. I mean, that's how he looked in the vintage form. The bullet belt with the holster, with the handkerchief. But now Hasbro has, delivered much more detailed, and it's just the design of the character. They did the best they could, and I'm happy with it. With that being said, let me know what you guys think of this figure down below. For me, it's give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, because this is fixable, but the wobbly head isn't as much, so kind of knock down a point because of that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video.